Hello, my Crypt keepers. Welcome. Heather from Heather's Crochet Crypt here. Welcome to Monster Monday. Every Monday I do a video where I create a monster and I use a spinning wheel that chooses the monster for that Monday. So without any further ado, I'm going to get you over to my computer and we're going to see what we are going to be making for today's monster. Alright, here's our spinning wheel. So let's go ahead and click and see what monster we're making today. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy about this one. I've been wanting to make this pattern for so long. Okay, let me gather my yarn and then pull up the pattern. I'll show you what pattern we're going to be using. Okay guys, we are making a gargoyle. I have been wanting to make this for quite a while now, so I'm really glad I got this pattern. The pattern is by Mythic Phoenix and it is a paid for pattern off of Etsy. So let me get you over here to the pattern. Alright, here is the pattern. It's so cute. Look at this little guy. He is so awesome looking. He's not going to be too big. He looks like he's going to be perfect size. And probably not a whole lot of sewing. Sewing on the wings and the horns maybe. And that may be it. So yeah, I'm really excited to make this one. So let's get going. Okay, so that is the pattern we're going to be using for today's video. Super cute. Can't wait to get started on this one. I did go ahead and get my yarn. I am using Alize Valuto in this dark gray color. I don't know the name of it. Let's see what number it is, if it says a number. Color 87. And I did check the website today. This yarn is still on sale. I don't know, it must just be always on sale. And I noticed when I first ordered this yarn, it was like $7 a skein. It was on sale for like $3 something. I checked the website today. It's still on sale for like $3.68, but now it's saying regular price was like $4.99 or $4 something. So I don't know if maybe they have changed the price on it or what was going on with that. But yeah, if it regular price is only that, that is much better. So, and shipping from I just forgot the name of the website. Hobby Shoppy. Shipping takes just under a week, so I thought it was going to take a lot longer, and no. Both times I did just order some more. If you watched my last video on Saturday, it was just a short little time lapse of me reorganizing my yarn. The reason I had to was because I did get some more Alize Valuto yarn, so that is why I had to reorganize my yarn, because I did buy more. I really love this yarn. I think I'm going to phase out my Premier Basic Chanel Brights, only because they're having quality issues. Some textures are really bad. It has gotten worse. When I first started getting the yarn, it was really good. But now it's just hit or miss on almost all the colors. You just never know what kind of texture you're going to get. So, I don't know if you can see, but there's 3 shelves here. Those 3 are my Premier Basic Chanel Brights. This whole 9 cube, 3x3 cube shelf was all full of Premier Basic Chanel Brights. But now it's mostly Alize Valuto. So, yeah, I'm probably going to just use up what I have of the Premier Basic Chanel Brights and just try to transition all to Alize Valuto and my Parfait plush over here. So that is my plan going forward with my yarn. But anywho's, guys, Alize Valuto number 87 dark gray is what we're going to be using for our little gargoyle here. And I do use a size 5 hook for Alize Valuto. Seems to work really well with my tension. So size 5. Oh gosh, guys, this thing is gonna be so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh, and she has a little coloring page you can print out to plan your colors. That is super cute. Super cute. All right, so it looks like we start with the head. Yeah, we sew on the, oh, it looks like we sew on the ears, horns, and there's a tail. We sew on, and wings. Let's get going on the body here of our little gargoyle, so we can see how cute this guy turns out. All right, guys, and I think while I make our gargoyle here, I want to watch something related to spooky season, because it is now, in my eyes, officially spooky season. 4th of July is over, so it is the official start to spooky season. I'm really glad I'm doing this series because it helps me market prep some spooky stuff. I've got, I haven't told you yet, have I, that I'm signing up for for a market in October. So it is a 2-weekend event, 2 days, both weekends. I'm going to be signing up for it, and it is a huge, huge event, which I think I may have told you guys this. It's the Spoon River Drive here in our area. It's very, very big. First 2 weekends of October every year. Vendors all over for miles and miles. Yard sales for miles. So anyway, I am going to be setting up in a town, one of the first towns in my area that start the scenic drive, and the owner of the store where I have my first booth at, she goes to it every year. A bunch of the vendors there go to it every year, so I'm signing up for that. So I want to make sure I have a lot of inventory. A friend of mine told my husband she went to it one year, and somebody she knew did like crochet plushies and sold out the very first day of the first weekend. So yeah, that may be a little bit high of an expectation, but if that is the case, I don't want to sell out. I want to have plenty of stock. So these videos help me get some stock made for the market. I also have a market this coming Saturday, July 11th, at the store where I have my vendor booth. They do a vendor event like once a month. So I signed up for this one in July because I had nothing else going on that weekend. So I will be doing that this weekend as well. So fingers crossed that goes well for me as well. So, so anywho's, since it's the official start of spooky season, as I said, I wanted to watch something spooky related, Halloween, whatever. I'm going to be watching one of my newly favorite YouTubers. His YouTube channel is called Derek Blackheart's Spooky Club. What he does is he goes out and finds all of the Halloween items in all the stores that carry Halloween stuff. So he does a lot of code oranges, updates. Oh, he has like a video every day updating of what stores have what for Halloween. He goes and shops and shows us what is out there as far as Halloween merchandise in all the different stores. So really cool channel. I love his vibe, his aesthetic. He loves the vintage Halloween like I do. So really enjoy his channel. I'll tag his channel, put his link to his channel down below if you're curious and want to go check him out. So yeah, Derek Blackheart's Spooky Club is what we're going to be watching so far as we start our gargoyle. Here we go. Alright guys, here's what we're looking like so far. We've got little bobble feet, and I just got the eyes inserted. So looking really cute, and it's kind of a small guy, which I figured it was. But yeah, look how cute that is. I gotta finish and stuff the head, and then we'll make all the body parts and get everything sewn on once all the body parts are made. So that's where we're at. Alright, our little gargoyle body is done. So now that the body is done, we like surface crochet a mouth here. That'll be cute, and then embroider a couple little teeth on it. That's gonna be so cute. Okay. So the mouth is surface crochet slip stitch across the face, so it comes out a little bit, so it looks like a little puckered out bottom lip. Alright, I got the mouth surface crocheted on, and I got the little teeth on. It's kind of hard to see the little mouth. It said the slip stitch may have been a little better to do like a single crochet instead of slip stitch, would have been more pronounced, but there is a little mouth there. So now it says to make the horns. We're going to make 2 horns, leaving tail for sewing on. Alrighty, here are our 2 tiny little horns. You do 4 in the magic ring, and then the next row is 4, and then you do it in grease. Not too bad. It wasn't too hard with this yarn, so with Alize Valuto, but I did it. And if you didn't notice, I'm wearing a different shirt. It is the next day. Making the 1 horn really hurt my hands. So I took a break, and then I never came back to it. So it is the next day, guys. So yeah, so now we have our 2 little horns. Almost dropped it. And now we make the ears. So on to our ears. Alrighty, 2 ears done. Now we gotta make the tail, and then after that, the wings. Lots of little pieces with this guy. Okay, now I'm gonna do the tail. Another 4 single and a magic ring. Good. Tail all done. And now we make wing points. They look like just little circles. Wing points and then the wings. Alright, here are the 2 wings. They're all done. Cute little 3-pointed wings. They're a little bit tedious to make. I got the first one made. I'm like, I don't know if I like the way these wings are made. I'm like, but that's the only really way you can make them, with the 3 points. But after I made the second one and after I made the first one and started doing the second one, I kind of knew what was expected. It was a lot easier. So they're not quite as bad once you know what you're doing, but they are just a little bit tedious to make. So I've got all the parts made now. So what I'm going to do now is get to sewing everything together so our gargoyle looks like a gargoyle. So I'm going to start with the horns, get the horns sewn on, and then the ears, tail, and wings. So I've got to go back up here. She was sewing them on as she was making them. I could have done that, but okay, I gotta see where she was sewing horns on. I'm gonna find my horns.
you can find it.
Alrighty. Got our little horn sewn on to our gargoyle here. Super cute. Now we're going to sew the ears on. It looks like we pinch the ears at the bottom and then sew them on. Those are the wings, ears. Here's my ears. So, yeah, we pinch them together at the bottom and then sew them on right underneath the horns. So, I like it when we pinch them together, so it's going to look like that. It makes it really cute. I really do think that's a cute look. Alright, there's the ears. That's so cute. I'm going to go ahead and do the tail next, and then the wings. Once the wings are on, and then our little gargoyle will be done. So I'm going to do both the tail and the wings, and then once those are done, then we'll do our final reveal. Alright guys, we got the overhead light on. That means we are ready for our final reveal. This guy is so stinking cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, are you ready? Look at him. That is just so stinking cool. I love it. Quite a bit of sewing, but he really is worth it. Like, very unique. You don't see a lot of gargoyles out there in crochet, so I thought this was just amazing. Really cute. The body works up super quick. None of it's hard. The wings, like I said, are a little bit tedious because you gotta make each 2 points, and then you start here and you connect one, and then you connect the other, you know. But yeah, it's once you get the hang of the wings, it's not bad at all. They go pretty quickly. The little ears, how we pinched them so they kind of curve inwards. He's got 2 little twofers, and he does have a little mouth here, which I think if I make this again, I probably will. I'll do a single crochet instead of the surface crochet slip stitch, so it's a little more pronounced. You can also do red eyes on this guy. That would be cool, or white. Those would be cool to put on there. Yeah, I just love this. It's so freaking awesome. A little bit of a smaller guy. This was made in Alize Valuto. So if you use, you know, burlap blanket or something like that, it would turn out a little bit bigger. I used a 5mm hook, where I use, like, depending on the texture of burlap blanket, I use a 5.5 or 6. So it would turn out a little bit bigger in one of those. I honestly don't know how long this took me to make. It might have taken me 2 hours, to be quite honest with you. I think it did. To finish making all these pieces and sew them on, that took about an hour. So this guy is probably an hour and a half worth of work. So I charge $15 an hour, which I probably need to go up on that. So yeah, that would be what, $22 for this. I might be able to get 22 out of that, but Really, really great end product. The pattern designer, I'll obviously have it linked down in the description for you, but it is Gustav the Gargoyle by Mythic Phoenix. Paid for pattern on Etsy. Really good pattern. It's written well. She has a coloring page for you if you want to color your little gargoyle, so you can decide on what colors you want. And she does have several pictures to help guide you through some of the tougher parts. But yeah, it is pretty easy to follow, easy to work up. But as I said, you sew the horns on, you sew the ears on, sew the wings on, and sew the tail on. Now the ears, you could crochet them in because of the way they're sewn on. But that's about the only thing you really could crochet as you go. So, but yeah, look at him. He's just so amazing. Super cute. I don't know if I would make him in any other color, because gargoyles are made of stone. So, you know, different shades of gray. Ooh, I do have, what is that? Dappled? Yeah, burnout blanket dappled that goes from like a dark gray black color up to a really light color. I don't know if something like that would look good for this pattern. I guess you could use, what is that one? Oh shoot, I forget the name of that burnout yarn there. Let me look at it real quick. Ooh. What is this? What is this? Burnout, oh, Speckles. That has this kind of a colorway to it. That color may not even be bad for that, really. Yeah. The Mystic, is it Burnout Mysticals? Those would be really good yarns to use for this as well. So, yeah. Alright guys, our little gargoyle is done for today. He's so cute. Monster Monday, all done with our adorable little gargoyle. He's just really awesome. I really enjoy him. Okay, if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet and you like Halloween inspired crochet items and that kind of vibe, that's what we're going to be doing here on my channel. We've got 100 days of Halloween coming up. We're going to be doing a video every day for 100 days up until Halloween. So I'm going to do my best to do one video every single day for you guys that is Halloween spooky themed. So if that's something that you enjoy, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm still making tiny little ghosts here for each new subscriber until I get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you want to see me make, what is it, like 280 more ghosts, little tiny ghosts, hit that subscribe button because I will be updating you on that. I do need to make some more to get caught up again, so that's not a bad problem to have. But thank you all so much for clicking in and watching. I don't think there's a gargoyle emoji to put it down in the comments, but if not, put something, one of your favorite spooky emojis down in the comments below if you got to see the final reveal of this guy. Super cute. But anyway guys, that is going to be it for me today. Thank you all so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.